Whoa!
So one of our subscribers recommended a different Korean fried chicken recipe in response to the original one that we made on this channel. If you want to see the original, we will leave a link on the screen so you can click and check it for yourself. Here is exactly how that went, and if you like what you see, don't forget to
smash that like button.
Let's make another round of Korean fried chicken. The cut of meat you use isn't important. You can use chicken with bones, so like drumsticks, thighs, whatever you got. The only difference is it's gonna affect how long it cooks, and it's gonna affect the seasoning, the amount of seasoning that you use as well. So we've got here 450 grams of chicken breast. I've just sliced them up into chicken fillets, and that's what we're gonna use today. So to that, I'm just gonna add milk to start. We need 120 grams of milk in there. And yes, I've got this on a digital scale. I'm just gonna start pouring it straight in there.
Okay, but aren't you bougie? That's organic.
So once we get to about 120 grams, I've shot over and gone to 130. But alas, it doesn't matter.
Oh, never mind.
You wanna see if I'm lying? There you go.
No.
Why would I lie to my fans, eh? 130. you need 120. We're gonna get frying batter. Now the frying batter does not matter. We've got potato starch here. You can use cornstarch. You can even get pre-made, pre-mixed, ready to go frying batter, whatever you got. We're gonna need about 80 grams in there. So that's about 80 grams. And now we're gonna need our salt. You can use chicken salt like this, but I'm just gonna use straight up salt. We need about 3 grams in there. So I'm gonna shoot for about 75% of a teaspoon. And that should be 3 grams. It's a little bit over. Whoopsie daisy. Then we're gonna need our chili powder. So we've got here some extra hot chili powder. And I do not like extra hot chili powder, but we need 0.5 of a gram.
Your mom's gonna. How can you not handle hot chili powder?
I don't like it. So let's go for about the same, about 3 grams of chili powder straight in there, yeah? And now I'm just gonna give this a stir, get everything into one. Saves the washing up. So now we're just gonna leave that to soak for 20 minutes. So the idea behind soaking your meat in milk is you wanna remove all the gaminess or any sort of harsh flavors from the meat. So if you're using bone-in chicken, if you're in Korea where they have the chicken with all the gristles, giblets, you remove that, wash it thoroughly, all that good stuff. Make sure you prep your meat properly. The idea is to get rid of some of that harsh, strong, gamey flavor. Now, while we wait for our 20 minutes in there, we're gonna do our sauce. We're gonna start with ketchup. We need about 50 grams of ketchup. Oh, geez Louise.
It was excited to see you, wasn't it?
So I'm just gonna measure out 50 grams straight in there. We're down to our last few bits of ketchup. So next we're gonna add our syrup. I've got here corn syrup. We're just gonna need 140 grams of it. Next we've got our red chili paste. We've got Gochujang here from Savour. We're gonna need about 30 grams in there. So I'm just gonna scoop out. Oh, that's 35 grams, that will do. Make sure yours is 30. The next, we've got some dark soy sauce here. The soy sauce you use does not really matter, but we've got some dark soy sauce. I think that's the original recipe. And we're just gonna put in 25 grams of this. Then we've got our garlic paste here. I do have garlic and ginger. It's a ratio of 1 to 1 in here, but make sure you get garlic paste. You can get fresh garlic, chop that up or mince it. And we need 40 grams of this. Next, I've got some light brown sugar. And we're just gonna go, if you have normal brown sugar, use normal brown sugar.
I'm not sure.
Who is talking to you? We're gonna need about 30 grams of this. And yet we have our chili paste again. We're gonna need 10 grams this time. So grab yourself a bag. We've got a freezer bag over there, and we're just gonna use 80 grams of our frying powder. This is to coat the chicken. So I'm just gonna get about 80 grams in there. I'll do 60, well, fine, I'll do 73, and then I'll do the rest as plain flour. Now the reason I'm going a bit AWOL, is that a word? Is that the right word? AWOL. That means going off root, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was like an acronym.
And adding this is plain flour has a bit more texture, a bit more bite. But as I said earlier, the frying powder you use does not matter, and you don't have to stick specifically to a starch, even though traditionally the starch makes up most of the frying powder. 20 minutes. Our chicken should be nice and ready. I'll just give it a quick stir and then we'll place them straight into your bag. This will make mixing a lot easier. You can also use a tub. So I'm just gonna catch some air into there like so. Then we're just gonna start tossing.
Yeah, but you should see your face.
Grab yourself a large container. Alexa, stop. And you wanna make sure that you fill it about halfway. You don't want to go anywhere above 3/4 full of oil. Heat that up to about 160 to 170, and then grab your chicken. And this is the first fry that we're going to do. So just plop that in there. The temperature doesn't matter too much, so you can go a little bit below. But I wouldn't recommend you go too far above because we are going to double fry this. So it's been about 7 minutes. I'm just going to take these off. And that's the first fry done. Now I'm just gonna skim off all the excess batter that's in there, and then we're gonna increase the temperature back up to 170, and then we'll do a second fry. If you're enjoying the recipe so far, be sure to leave a like. It's also worth mentioning that this recipe was inspired by Chef One. We had a lovely subscriber recommend this recipe, and we gave it a go, and it's actually pretty good, so we thought we'd share it, our rendition of it. Let's do our sauce. While we wait for this to get back up to temperature, we might as well get this started. So while we gently heat this, just gonna give it a stir to make sure everything is fully incorporated. Temperature is back up to 170. Now we're gonna fry for an extra 2 minutes. As soon as your mixture starts to boil like so, we're just gonna take it off the heat, because the longer it boils, the more it's gonna harden when it sets. I'm just gonna pour about half the sauce in there, and then I'm just gonna start coating it in that lovely sauce. French cut. Okay, so once you're happy with that, taste it. If you want more sauce, drizzle the rest of your sauce on, but we're just gonna use the rest of this sauce as a side dip, because I think we've got, in fact, I'll drizzle a little bit. I think we've got enough in there. And there we have it, beautiful Korean fried chicken. If we provided some value, please leave a comment down below. If you didn't like this recipe, please leave a comment down below, and then we'll have a go at your recipe. If you have a better recipe in mind that you want to see us try, just leave it in the comment below and we will do it. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.